There have been many Spider-Man mobile games over the years, and some have been pretty cool, and others have been less than great, but one particularly stands out to me. It was made as a tie-in for the movie back in 2012, releasing on July 3rd. I bought it in September of 2013 on my iCloud, and I recently found out that you can still download and play the game if you already purchased it. Unfortunately, you can't even bring up the download page in the App Store anymore, and this is the same for the game that they made for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I recently jumped back in, and I'm really impressed by this game all around. I don't want to just ramble, so I'm going to try and add some structure to the... The last iPhone to have released was the 4S, which probably seems prehistoric now, but I mean, look at this. For over 10 years ago, the graphics and specifically the models for Spider-Man, yes, models, we'll talk about these later, they look incredible. The buildings aren't that repetitive, the atmosphere is great, and not to mention the several time of day changes while you're playing through it. Honestly, I'll just catch myself sitting and looking at the pretty lighting sometimes, but once I finally come out of a trance, I'll take a run and leap off the building, which will lead us in. This game feels like an alternate universe, where instead of the rightfully praised Spider-Man 2, we got The Amazing Spider-Man on PlayStation 2 way back in 2004. Not that that's a bad thing, obviously, but like the green question marks, the heads-up display looks similar, the swinging has some decent physics and speed to it, but a little janky. But it feels really fun, and to be fair, you can't really expect a full swinging engine for a mobile game, at least not in 2012. Somehow, a lot of these swinging animations are ripped right out of the first console version of the Amazing Spider-Man game that was made by Beanox. And I may be wrong, but it looks like other games, like Ultimate Spider-Man and the original Spider-Man 2, may have had influence there as well. You can definitely see OG Spider-Man 2's inspiration in some of the random crimes and side missions. Not only do you have the question mark icons to signify a crime or a civilian that needs help, but while you're swinging around, you'll just come across random encounters if you're low enough to the street. These are fun, quick, 1 to 2 enemy combat encounters that don't overstay their welcome. And speaking of combat, there's a really extensive skill tree that I definitely didn't remember or expect while playing this. You can unlock a bunch of different combos and things to make you run faster and crawl faster and earn more XP. And the combos can get pretty cool too. I'm still trying to learn how to use half of them properly, and there's plenty of time to do that during the...
My barber gave me a really bad haircut.
With it being a tie-in, it does its best to go through the events of the movie in however many missions. It's pretty goofy, I won't lie, and the voice acting is super corny, but I can appreciate the effort, and they pretty much hit the key plot points. Dr. Connor likes lizards, turns into lizard, makes other people lizards, Spider-Man saves them, and the day is saved. There's a certain point in the game too where the lizard breaks your web shooters, like in the end of the movie, but then you have to run around the city on your bare feet for another 4 story missions before they're fixed again.
It's kind of a goofy...
Otherwise, yeah, I don't think you're coming to a mobile Spider-Man game for a good story, but it's there, and there's plenty of it. Playing through the missions rewards you with XP, obviously, to level up and upgrade your skill tree. However, when you beat a level, you also get a collectible called a spider, which is used creative, right? Your currency in a Spider-Man game is spiders. Woohoo! There's a few things in this game that you can unlock with these, and some are pretty cool, and the others are kind of useless. Absolutely love that it has a feature similar to a primitive photo mode from Marvel's Spider-Man, and you can get some pretty cool shots with it, with your choice suit, too. Normally in Spidey games, there's a plethora of suits to unlock and choose from, dating all the way back to the PlayStation 1 games. This one has two suits. But they're good. The wrestler suit costs 8k spiders, and it's what I bought first, because its ability is giving you more spiders and XP, so I can get things faster. It looks pretty neat, and I played most of the story like in that suit because of its ability. So this right here is pretty much the closest thing we have to Spider-Man 4. After a while, I unlocked the camera, which enables that photo mode we talked about earlier, so you can still create your favorite posters even in a damn mobile game. At least when you time it right. Like the Spider-Man 3 upside down shot in an Amazing Spider-Man mobile game in the black suit. What a world. The most expensive thing in the shop is the black suit for 20,000 spiders. I played this game way too much in the beginning just to unlock these costumes for the video. And there used to be an in-game shop where you could just buy them, but the servers don't work anymore. So instead, I fought crime after crime and saved civilian after civilian until I finally figured out one thing that could have saved my sanity this entire time. Once you beat the story, you can replay missions. I swear, this is just a lower resolution build of Spider-Man 2 for PS2. It's just got a nice little coat of Andrew Garfield paint, and they put it on phones. I replayed a few missions, and I figured out this dock heist gives you 500 spiders every time you complete it. I think it's supposed to be a longer mission, but I accidentally found this, like, speedrun strat the first time through. So I did this about 25 to 30 more times with swiftness and grace. You'd think this guy would have learned by now that going to the end of a dock doesn't leave you with many places to run. Then, I finally unlocked it, and honestly, I'm not sure why I expected differently. Well, probably because someone decided to use the Venom chest from Spider-Man 3 as the icon. I don't know, it's weird. But I unlocked the Raimi black suit. That honestly got me pretty excited. It looks great in-game, and it has this neat smoky effect that I'm assuming is supposed to be the symbiote. There's also this special button that appears when you put it on, but for whatever reason it won't work on my phone. Here's an old video I found of it working. Enjoy, have fun. Wow, ow, ground pound. Whoa, watch out. He's scary guy. Whoa, he's scary. All in all, this game is way too much fun, and they only charged, I think, $5 to $7 when this came out. It's crazy. I'd put this probably over every other Spider-Man mobile game I've played. It's got a lot to give, and it doesn't care how much you take. I'm curious, did you guys buy this game, and do you still have access to it? Let me know down below. I rushed through it so I could always make a short video series playing through it, and let me know about that too. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. Also, if you're on Android, you'll have a lot easier time downloading this game. Just look up a tutorial on YouTube. I'm sure you'll find it. Bye-bye.